Okay, well, welcome everyone to 7 Stages of Love. I'm sorry, we're having some technical issues here, but hopefully it won't affect our webinar jam. I'm having some stuff going on with my own computer. So hopefully we're going to have a beautiful class. I'm sure we are. Boy, that's funny. Okay, so we're going to get started. Welcome everybody. We've got a beautiful group of students here today. And we're going to be exploring the depth of really the enlightened love, the stages of enlightened love from the very basic, which we'll be talking about today. We're doing a big clearing today on the basic stage. And we're going to be really working on your right, permission, and ability to have what you want. We'll be going through a lot of detail. I will be getting you additional clearing charts for stages 1 and 2 because my computer has been kind of skitsy for a couple hours. I haven't been able to put as much together. We have last year's content and we have the first big clearing chart is done for this year, but I wanted to give you 4 clearing charts today. So I will be getting those to you as we progress through our training. And let's get started and welcome everybody. I'm really excited for you to be in this class. It's going to be an amazing journey. And I've had so much awareness myself about the way love shows up and the possibility of love, that I think we're going to have some amazing conversations. Okay, and you are in the 7 Stages of Love. By the way, if you've gotten into this by coming into a YouTube invite, know that this is a paid class. And you can go onto our website and get the link to pay for this class. Please don't keep your karma good and pay for classes that you watch in our channel. Thank you so much. God bless you for that. Okay, and let's go down to our love wisdom affirmation, and we'll say this all together. I am free to live a life of spiritual freedom and full self-expression, liberated in love, gratitude, and mastery in this body here and now. My spirit is limitless. I am responsible for any limits I experience in this body and have complete access to the divine through prayer and contemplation to release myself from any human bonds I've worn as spiritual clothing that no longer resonate with my essence. And the opening removal of obstacles, which we definitely need for this training. Vakurutunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurme Devo Sarva Kahyeshu Sarvadam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parad Brahma, Tasmai Shri, Gurave Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Dum Durgaye Namaha, Om Aim Saraswatiye Swaha, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we'll do our demonstration, but before we do that, let's start the first clearing. And if you're new, just be patient, and I will show you how to do the hand movement. So the first clearing is restoring rights, permission, and ability to love and be loved, to feel and express, clear family patterns towards having survival-type love, enjoying expansive love, removing domination, suppression, and control. And here is the list that we'll be clearing. And I'd love for you to just jump in and start with the platter. And then we're going to go into the demo next. And so this is our big first clearing. which is a new one, and it has all the emotions in it. That's what I'm trying to get into, all the clearings. So, so we're going to go through the demo next, and let's stop this. Okay, I'm just removing something from the screen here. There's a bunch of stuff that came up. All right, good. Looks like we're cooking. All right, here we go. All right, so the quantum pump is a hand movement where the elbow is down at your waist. Let me back up a little bit. So the elbow is down, right down here at your waist, and you're just pumping forward. Your hand is moving. It's a gentle movement with your fingers rocking. And that's what it looks like from the side. It's just really kind of a gentle reflex more than anything. You're keeping this pretty much in line, so you're saving your wrist. You're not straining your wrist. The one that we're doing today is the platter. Well, let's do the double pump first. So we're going to do the double pump is just using the right and left hand. And there are only a couple of our hand movements that you can use both hands, and the double pump is one of them. And often the double pump or the platter are the ones that are going to kind of accelerate can be used for everything. The platter is looking like this. We were doing this more, and we're straightening up the wrist. So for those of you who might have a tendency towards wrist strain, we're just straightening that up now. And so it's the hand forward and back, forward and back. So kind of a twisting motion. Only the right hand, please. Or if you don't have a right hand, use the left hand. But only one hand. Don't use both hands. Use you're going to cancel out what you're doing and create chaos in the field. You don't want to do that. If you're walking and you're doing, hi, sweetie, did you wake up? Yes, you did. Hi, good girl. If you're walking and you want to do a movement, you can do the flutter. And you can also do the foot pump, is basically just moving your foot forward and back. The quantum pump works because we're working in the quantum field, the field of particles vibrating. We're setting an intention with the mind. I'm seeing this clear. And then you're accessing the higher frequencies of the quantum field, the pleasure field, with the hand movement. And you're able to rearrange the particles so they vibrate in a better circumstance for you. It is not an energy healing. It's actually rearranging particles in the quantum field. Fantastic. All right. So we've done that demo on the muscle testing. Ring finger of the fourth finger of the right hand, ring finger, and a pointer finger of the left hand. My name is Julie Renee. My name is Bozo the Clown. So when you're holding firmly and pressing, you're going to get a yes answer for something that's true, and a no answer. A no answer is something that becomes weak. It drops when it's not true. All right, and then we're going to go back to the chart and do a greeting. Oh goodness, there's a whole lot of, let's see, I can get rid of some of this. A whole bunch of stuff came up when I tried to clear the screen, so I'm sorry. Okay, alrighty, so let us say good morning to everybody, and oops, here's the chart we're working on. And obviously, when we have a lot of interference in the computer, and I've been pumping away to clear interference, just know how powerful this class is, and that there's a whole lot of spiritual interferences, starting with Reptoid. Look at how this huge list: Reptoid, Satar, Zeta, Archon, Ashtar, Breakoff Command, Draconian, Iguana, Chameleon, Reptoid, demons, Awakens, snakes. So there's a whole lot of spiritual interferences that don't want us to get this clearing, but you're getting it. So we just acknowledge that we're doing something really important when we have a tension like this where the computer is acting chaotic, because it's not the computer, of course, it's interferences. Good morning, Sabrina from Slovenia. Love to all, and you are one of the girls who live in the love country. That's great. Penny May, good morning. And Tony, hi, Tony from Wales. And Diane, wearing hearts today as well, wonderful. And Cindy from South Africa, so happy to have you here, Cindy. Saval from Germany. And I think, Saval, you're from Munich, right? And Evelyn from Berlin. So I think we have from Munich and Berlin. Sherry, happy to be here. Laurel from California. Hi, neighbor. Margaret S., good morning from New Jersey, from fresh 8 inches of snow. How fantastic. Margaret. Oh, and Margaret's with the 8 inches of snow. Laurel from California. B. Louisa. Good morning. Joan, good morning from San Francisco. She's your neighbor. Trinity, and Trinity's from Austin. Sean from London, England. Philippe from Munich. Maria, I have the feeling that my heart is shut down on love, and I have a lot of fear when thinking of the possible relationship as hard work. It feels an old feeling. Can you check for me? Yes, and obviously, Maria, you're in a perfect class for that, because we're going to be doing so much clearing. And that's one of the conversations I want to have with you folks today. So we're going to be looking at that in depth. And Carol, good morning, Carol. Are you ready for a big hug? Are you ready to hug Mama? Come on. Come on, big girl. And so everybody's doing the platter, and we're working on clearing the chart, please. There we go. Okay. And little Missy wants to come and say hi to everybody. There is the little rosebud girl who wants to say hi. Do you want to say hi, everybody? Say hi there. Azalea is sleeping. We're doing sleep training, and it's going really well, and she's really happy. She's a happy girl, aren't you? Let me turn this off. Very good. So one of the things I want to talk to you about as we're working on clearing is your set points with the opposite sex, and where and how love can show up for you. Because I've been really looking at the role of your parents and what they created for you, the listening they created, but also the set points they created for you. And so if you had a father that was protective and loving and gentle and enthusiastic, who greeted you warmly, who was delighted with you, your set point in relationship is going to naturally be higher. Now, I wanted to kind of take a survey, even though we don't have it set up in the box, so you're just going to have to say what you want. Would you like this class to have 10 to 15 hours of homework a week, or would you like to kind of get it done in class, whatever we're going to do? Because I have this notion, and I'm going to be creating charts for myself. So I had a father who, I was in a matriarchal family. My mom was mentally ill. My father was an alcoholic. And so my father was kind of henpecked and wasn't charmed and enchanted with his children, was just frustrated at home and spent a lot of time away from home. Didn't give that love vibe out of your delightful, wonderful person. So I've come to see that that's part of what allows, it's kind of part of what our field magnetizes in. So if your field was set up with a father that was frustrated with women in general, and so a little girl wasn't going to be a delight to him, it was going to be a bother or troublesome, or you had an abusive father or some other version, your organic infant set point, that set point that you do, and I get to look at all of this because of darling little Adelia, but that organic set point is going to be not magnetic, and vice versa for gentlemen. So the same thing is going to be happening for fellas. So just let me know. I'm going to be doing quite a few extra charts for myself, and I will give you those extra charts if you want the homework. By the way, at some point, I apologize, we're going to have a plumber coming over. We've had a problem And it'll take me probably 30 seconds away from the screen just to show him where to go. So I'm sorry it was when we could get the plumber to come. But you keep clearing. And obviously, we're clearing all our connections, and plumbing is a really important connection to clear, right? I thought I heard him drive up the driveway, so he might be here. I'd forgotten. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to put the screen back with the clearing, just tell him where to go, and we'll be right back. No, so just keep pumping. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm gonna be on for a little while longer on the register.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah.
What, they just send you a whole new unit?
I don't know. A whole new unit, is that everything on?
No. But they probably figured easily. You got extra parts.
Okay.
Well, she's a cutie, you know?
He's in Q1. Yeah. So you can be here for a few hours, right?
Yeah, you have to show me the other things when you're done.
I will.
Okay.
It's great. Okay, we're back. That didn't take any time at all. Alrighty. In class, my father and mother wanted a boy. Yes, please, I'm very controlling. Would like the extra charts, love the extra charts, would love the extra charts, but would, let's see. In class is best. Prefer it's done in class, complete in class. Don't mind homework. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I think. Since we will have a container where you're going to do a couple charts in class and you'll be clear, and that'll be good, and we'll have cleared those 7 stages of love. If you're one of the people who are saying, oh yeah, I want the extra work, that'll be up in your member site as extra credit, not as homework that you have to do. So even for those of you who say, hey, I'm pretty inundated right now, you can go back in 3 months, 4 months, when you're ready to be looking at, you know, I want to go a little deeper, or I want to work on one chart. I'll have them up for you, and I'll give you in there. I'll let you know. I'll say, okay, chart 1, you know, on stage 1, do for 4 hours, clear for 4 hours, and then you can also clear on your own if you know how to muscle test. So I'll give the directions, they'll be there, and it'll just be extra credit. Yeah, I figure since I'm going through my own deeper clearings, some of you are going to want those deeper clearings that I'm coming up with. And there we go. There we go. There we go, big girl. She's beginning to get interested in like the keyboard and the screen, and she's trying to make things work. I just don't want her to shut us off. She's getting to be a smarty pants. She's 4 months old today. So she's a big girl. She's a big girl. All right. Thank you so much for your feedback. And that's the way we'll do it. So we will get it done in class. We will do the clearings in class. And then for those of you who want extra homework, we'll put that up in the member site. So not to worry. So I think that meets everybody's needs. Okay, and as you can see on the 7 stages of love, when we're clearing, restoring rights, permission, and ability to love and be loved, to feel and express, And one of the things I noticed is some people don't even have permission to feel or to express themselves. So, so we're restoring that right. We're allowing you to have that right. So don't be surprised if you have some new feelings this week. You feel more intensely, you feel more tenderly, you feel more joy. I mean, all of those things can happen. But look at where we start with the emotions. So we start right up here under agreements with emotions. So resentment here, and look at how far it goes down. It goes down to here. So it's a big list of emotions, right? And that's something that we've just added in. And then crazy, crazy amount of spiritual interferences. So just a huge, huge amount of spiritual interferences on on this particular list. So, so it's a good list. Is everybody doing the platter, please? This, me, the non-feeling bit, would love to feel joy, love, gratitude, and that. Yeah, so Cindy, you'd probably test. Let's just see if you had the right to feel, no, the permission, no, and the ability. And you have the ability, but not the right or permission. And so you did have actually the ability. So we're going to clear permission and the right. And this stuff gets set up really from your birth family, or the family that raises you, and the clan, and the birth family, obviously. So it gets started right away as an infant. I'm so excited that I have Adelia here, because as I teach every class, I'm looking through her eyes and what she's got. And one of the things that just absolutely shocked me was that she didn't have the right to feel my love. And so there I was, just hugging her and loving her and kissing her. And she was kicking and hitting. And I was like, what's going on? And I kept saying, I love you, honey. And what I discovered is she didn't have the right permission or ability, not even the ability to feel my love. And so I cleared all of that and restored her right permission and ability to feel loved and cherished. And things have been so different. Things have been so wonderful since. So just know that things are going to change for you. And then the other thing that's just remarkable is to look at the volume of spiritual interferences that want to get involved with love. And I know, and I've heard this for many, many years, that one of the reasons that aliens and beings from other planets are so intrigued by our planet is that we have emotions and we have love. And that's something that most of them don't have, that component, that element of feeling emotions and love. They can be devious or deceptive or altruistic, but that we're one of the very extraordinary places where there's a huge gamut of feelings, emotions, and the experience of loving is something that they're intrigued with, they're curious about. And so that would be part of the reason that there are so many spiritual interferences involved here. And you look at that list, and that's a list of anchors. So that's a huge amount of anchors preventing you from having your joy and really living your best life. Tony, what do you mean by survival type love? That's a good question, and I'm thinking for those of you who have had that example, you're probably going to know it, and then for those of you who that would be foreign. Okay. So survival type love. There we go, sweetie. That's okay. That's okay. Would you have a little bit of spit up? So survival type love is like, my parents fought a lot, and they came together to survive, to take care of the basic survival needs. So to have a home, a roof over their heads, food in their stomachs. My dad certainly isn't good at cooking or cleaning, so he has a wife to help him survive. He's even said if my mother dies, he would marry immediately because he doesn't take care of the house or the food or anything like that. My mother needed someone to pay the bills, that kind of thing. So they're together out of survival, out of the basic survival needs. So that's why they come together. And as we go into the first stage, and actually let me show you that so we can drop down so you can see the first stage and why, and that would be, the lowest stage of collaboration. So the 7 stages, and I'm sorry, these are a little bit small, but you'll have the slides, so you'll be able to see that. The first stage is contract, and the nature is obligation, and the frequency is 130 is the highest frequency in the stage 1. And so it's a pretty low frequency. And then we're going to look at that. So contract obligation is formed out of an agreement to cohabitate, have children, comply with family mindset, create this lowest form of collaboration. The vibratory rate is 0 to 130. And when we look at the kind of the what those emotions are, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, that's what shows up in that first stage. The survival is a real structure of this level and would be the foundation for caveman and cavewoman to come together and keep the species going for the protection, for protection and substance. 5.5% of all relationships fall into this very low first level of love. It is a difficult stage filled with, excuse me, challenges and struggles. There are many conflicts as the heart of one to another is not aligned or connected in this stage. So that's about stage one. I think that's going to really help you understand about that survival stage. Okay. And then let's go back to this clearing. We're about 30% through on this clearing. It's 10:29 right now. So let's see. So we have about a half an hour to go on this clearing. We will be clearing the stages. And what I'm thinking to do, since I made this chart this morning, and then there's been some problems with my computer. I'm going to have an IT guy come out and fix it. So I'd like to maybe start in with deeper clearings. We do have clearings for you if you want to just jump in and go on. So I was just starting to work on this when the computer just went on the fritz. So right permission and ability to enjoy, surpass level 1, love benefits, releasing all limitations, removing domination, suppression, and control. So we'll be doing that for every stage. So I just didn't get where I wanted to get to with that chart. So we want to really fill that in. So yeah, so that's where we're at. But we'll get it all done. We have 4 wonderful hours to do it. And this is a huge clearing, one that we won't obviously repeat, restoring the right and ability to really be loved and love, to feel and express, to clear family patterns, to have expansive love, removing domination, suppression, and control. Cindy, I get that I have the ability. Thank you for checking for me. Christina, Sean. It's important to know which stage we are at, or will clearing them all make a relevant stage not matter? I think it's interesting to know where you're stuck, where your set point is, and then know that you can move up to a higher level. But I think that we are definitely going to clear all the stages. So from stage 1 to stage 7 in this class. So you're going to be clear to create the relationship you want to create, regardless of where you are right now. I also think, though, that it's helpful and insightful to be looking into the different dynamics of the 7 stages of love, and we'll be doing that in every class. So we're, one by one, we're going to be looking at the dynamic of each stage, and you might have some things from one stage, but mostly it's in another stage. That could be too. Do some people need to clear more? Well, yes, but we're doing it in a group, which is good. So you've got my energy helping. So, but yeah, there's obviously some people are, were raised with secure attachment and really were validated, loved, and honored as children. And so they're in a higher stage than someone who was maybe raised by abusive parents or something like that. So yes, yeah. Sabrina, the plumber is a really sweet guy. Thank you. You know what? I've just gotten all sweet helpers. So every fellow that comes over is a sweet guy. um, Charts would be, okay. All right, so I will read over the chart of the chat box after class, and I'll see who of you are wanting the extra credit. We're probably gonna, I'm thinking about, here's, I did an interview on the 7 stages of love for a love summit, and it didn't get published yet. I guess he's holding off. I don't know what for. But I got the interview, and I think that would be really exciting for you guys to see. So it goes through all 7 stages of love, and they asked me a few questions. I'm not looking my very best that day. My hair wasn't done, but the interview was great. So okay. So what's the matter? What is he? Okay, down you go. Down you go. You can play for a while, okay? You want to play for a while? There we go, sweetie pie. There you go. All right, good. So I think we'll get that that out to you guys now. I was thinking about maybe even broadcasting it on Valentine's Day for our whole community, but I think that would be really fun to look at it all as one kind of in one fall swoop rather than in the pieces that we take it apart in the class. So I think we'll grab that interview, as long as I've got to make sure it's up in YouTube. I know we have it, and I'll get it to you so you can all have kind of just an overview of all the stages. I think that would be really helpful. All right. Let's see. And yes, extra charts homework too, please, for Sean. Good. Okay. Montana, I like charts too. Great. And FK, extra charts would be great. I would definitely access the charts to B. Diane, charts too, please. Okay, so a lot of people want those charts. Ramana, I had a similar upbringing where my parents fought and we were on survival mode. It's a wonder I manifested my husband and loving son. That's beautiful. Tony would like extra charts. Saval would like extra charts. Okay, so it really does look like you guys are up for the extra homework. I'm happy because I'm going to be doing it, and I figured, you know, if I'm doing it, you might as well do it too. Anne says yes. Holly, like the extra credit. Good. Karen, Sean would be great. Diane, would love to hear the interview. Awesome. I'd like the charts too, please. Okay, great. Louisa, I'm getting a massive blocks to receiving love. Is this correct? Self-permission. Well, you know, I think Louisa, that's why I'm bringing up the set points with family, because self-permission was set by your mother and father. So that's where it starts. So that's why we're wanting to kind of dive into that and look at that. And Jai, is that Jai or Jell? Homework, please. And Carol, by the way, please let me know if you're a new student. So just say I'm a new student, just put that into the chat box, please. So I know if we've got some brand new people, I can make sure that I explain things in a little more detail. Carol, would you be addressing patterns of abuse and deceitful relationships? Well, this isn't about abuse. This is about the stages of enlightened love. So the clearings for that are more we have removing abuse and violence from your field and body. But the issues are in the first 2 stages, in stage 1 and 2, where there's abuse. Evelyn, I've done so much inner work, but my energy is still pretty contracted. I deeply desire to meet my life partner and get pregnant, even at 46. It's still possible. What needs to be cleared to bring him in? Thank you. Well, I think that's what we're doing, Evelyn. So I think we're clearing all of the stages, and then we're having conversations about, you know, what you believe about yourself and what your magnetism is. Oh, great. Thank you, Sean. You had some people. Okay, we did that one. So Christina is saying, so are we clearing the right to have the at least stage 1 love, even if that is not the purpose in the end? What we're going to do is we're going to clear every stage so that you've cleared to go beyond stage 1. So that's what we're going to do. And like I said, the computer went on the fritz, or we would have had 2 more charts at least this morning to clear. But we've got this huge one here, which is the one we had to get started with. So let's see where we're at. We're only at 72%. So we're doing good. We're doing great. But we're going to clear all of stage 1. Then we're going to clear all of stage 2. Then we're going to clear all of stage 3, all of stage 4, all of stage 5. So the right permission and ability to enjoy that stage and let go of the negative patterns of that stage. So how I was wording the clearing, just so you know, so that'll happen during the class. Right permission and ability to enjoy and surpass level 1, love benefits, releasing all limitations, removing domination, suppression, and control. So that's where we will be going with the clearing charts in every level, all the way to 7, which 7, there are no limitations, of course, because it's divine complement. And actually stage 5 is soulmate. So here we can look at this a little bit more too. Stage 2 is collaboration, and it's still formed out of obligation. The nature is obligation and morality. Stage 3 is cooperation, and that's companionship basic. Stage 4 is companionship, and the context of partnership. So stage 4 begins, it's just below soulmate, and it can be a really wonderful level of relationship. Stage 5, compassionate, mutual honor and devotion, and that's what's often thought of as soulmate. Stage 6 is delight, joy, knowing, and awareness. That's the nature of the relationship. And stage 7 is celestial union, and we also call that divine complement, and it's cellular harmony. And then you can see here, I've also included the frequency and the chakras that are involved in helping create that dynamic energy. So, you'll have this list with the slides today. So you'll have this list. And then as we go through our training, we're going to go into more detail, just like we did with stage 1, where we looked a little bit more just a few minutes ago at stage 1. We'll look at each stage. Can we use the clearings in a similar way to affirmations? Is it beneficial to repeat them and meditate on them? I don't know about that. I think just use the clearing to clear, and then be aware. I think one of the things, Sean, I want to talk to all of you about. So we got this big list, this big list of emotions, right? So there's that big list of emotions. Which are the emotions that are your anchors? Because we'll clear them on an energetic level, but if you don't release them as anchors, they're going to just keep being there, right? So you're going to like pull them back in. So we're going to clear to 0, and then you're going to go, well, I blame him for everything that happened to me, and I'm going to keep blaming him. So if you've got a blame thing going, then that's going to just resurface. Even though you cleared it, it's going to resurface. It's not going to clear. So I would just be more observant and conscious when you're moving out throughout your day, so that you're showing up for yourself in higher and higher frequencies. For example, I could give an example. My ex-husband was abusive and an alcoholic, and I had 3 children with him, and his family and him came, and they had founded the town. His dad was running for a state representative. They founded the church, and they felt like they ripped the children away from me, and it was a ploy to get me to come back and be submissive. But of course, I was done being in an abusive relationship, so I left and didn't get to raise my babies, which was so traumatic on me. So if I wanted to be, I could be in the blame mode that he destroyed my life. I could be in that he did that to me. So I could be in blame, resentment, bitterness. I could be in pain, sorrow, grief. So I think those would be things that I could hold on to. And I rarely actually even talk about it. I'm talking about it now because we're in the 7 stages of love, and we were probably in stage 1 or 2. I mean, we got married out of obligation, maybe obligation morality. We were having children. We were doing what the family expected. We were bonded together, even though he was very abusive. So that would be a good example of probably stage 1. So what was stage 1? We were at stage 1. We were stage 1. And that was what I knew. That was what I knew was possible back then. I also want to talk to you. So what I had to do, and I've done, is clear all of that. So I don't blame him. I'm not resentful. Those children have grown and had another woman raise them as that they consider mother, grandmother, whatever. And so that's done. And I'm raising a family on my own and looking to bring in my divine complement. I do not blame him, hold him responsible, resent him. I find a higher purpose in everything, and I release and let go and bless that whole experience so that it's no longer something that I'm holding on to. And when you hold on to something that's negative, it puts something in your field that doesn't allow you to go to the brighter thing. So I worked with a beautiful feng shui lady, and unfortunately, she passed away a year ago. Her name was Karen. And she was about 70, and she was really a feng shui master. And she told me that it would be really hard to go from my little 2-bedroom condo. It was in a 4-unit building condo. It was 3 stories high, and it was on a freeway. To go from that little condo to an A, because mine was kind of a D- house, in that there were a lot of things about it that really just weren't energetically set well. To go from that to an A+ house would probably take 3 or 4 actual physical moves to move up that far. That it just doesn't happen in reality. However, I did move to an A+ house, and I did it by doing a lot of clearing so that my field could move into something really amazing, even though I had previously been set and kind of stuck in a set point. Yes. Are you making some noise? Oh, you're smiling. So this is why I'm giving you all these clearings. Your set points may be quite low because of your family and your early relationships. You might, and a lot of times people actually right out of their family will go to a lower experience, a lower relationship than a higher relationship. Okay, come on up. Up. Okay, and the squawking is not unhappy squawking, by the way, folks. She's smiling and she's trying to get her toys to do something they're not doing. But she's smiling while she's doing the aren't you? Yes, you are, big girl. Yes, you are. You are just full of play today, vim and vigor. Yes, you are, big girl. Yeah, and so, and if you have a real attachment to blame, that's something where you just, every time you see it show up, pump and look for something that's a higher expression of you. What could you replace that with? What could you see, the truth of? I can, when I look at the children I gave birth to, they look exactly like their father and nothing like me. They clearly had a lot of karma with their dad. They had no resemblance to me at all. Yeah. They were blonde, blue-eyed, light blue eyes, white skin, very ruddy, kind of red, white skin. They had a different kind of a physique. They had kind of more of the I don't know what to say, more kind of the square-bodied look, and they looked exactly like his family. And I think about that, and I think, you know, they definitely had a lot of karma with my ex-husband's family, and they needed to have the experience of living with him, and they needed to have the experience of progressing in their life with his influence. And if you think about how much the Creator is always looking out for you, and even if that's your own high self, I mean, so whatever your interpretation is, if you have a loving Mother, Father, God who loves you so much and is making sure that you get everything that you need, and all the shifts and changes. Had I been saddled with children that actually I didn't have a lot of stuff to do with, I would have had a very, very different life than I have now. So, so you just like trust some and say, you know, that you are so loved and cherished by the divine, that that the universe is planning your life beautifully and perfectly for you. The universe is planning everything out in the most amazing way, in the most wonderful ways. And then you can say, wow, why did I ever get stuck in that blame, when had I had the life that I thought I wanted, it wouldn't have been near as wonderful as what my life is turning out to be. And especially when you can stay in joy and celebration every day, where you can stay in the what you know, what's wonderful about my life right now, what's working in my life right now, what am I thrilled about in my life right now, where am I bringing love in. You know, one of the things that Adalia and I declared right early on, I've been working with an attachment therapist, and I decided that the only people that were going to have any impact in our life or be around us, they were going to warmly greet us, welcome us with love. We would feel worthy and nourished around them. We would feel cherished and honored. We would feel respected, and we would feel like they loved our dreams and that they supported our dreams. And by changing that, and we really did that in the last 2 months, we changed to really that's who gets to be in our life. What's been showing up is just incredible love, incredible tenderness and support. And there's been like a whole different frequency of people in my life and in my daughter's life. So that's something that, you know, then you also want to make that decision for yourself, that that's who you're going to be. You're going to be the person who warmly greets, welcomes with love, yes, worthy and nourished and cherished and honored. She really likes my hair. I keep it up all day long, but when I do the live streams, I let it down and she goes for it. Yeah. So then you show up like that, and anything that's incongruent with that, you move out of your field, you move out of your thought process, and you begin to show up as the person that you want to bring in. So you don't want to bring in somebody who's blaming and resentful. You want to have somebody who adores you and cherishes you or honors and respects you. So I know the guidelines are slightly different for men and women. I know for women, we want to be protected and provided for, and we want to be cared for. And for men, you want your life enhanced. You want to be respected. You want to be honored. You know, so I get that. And so that's what we're all about. That's what we're looking for. Let's see. I've seen the way she looks at you, so precious. Thank you. I love the way she looks. Thank you. I went to the lower relationship for a quick fling. Not doing that again. Good girl, Diane. Lesson learned. Oh, do we let go of real attachment to blame, etc.? How? Oh, how? I think that it's, you know, first of all, we're clearing blame, so it's not part of your palette or your anchor, and then you have to, you know, start stepping up. And I hope that's what I just explained for you, Louisa. A child, what about a child of an outside the marriage affair? Does that clearing help, or would I need a different class to heal it? I think that's a specific issue with the, if it's someone was hurt by the affair itself, and then clearing a space, right permission and ability. Certainly, if you are that child and that you were the child of an affair that was outside the marriage, the right permission and ability to show up, be loved, honored, cherished, the clearing that we're doing today is a great clearing for you. So if that's the case. I came in knowing I wouldn't be hugged and nurtured by my family. Very happy to be clearing into love. Wonderful, Penny May. What's your take on soulmates and twin flames? Can you explain the difference? We're not going to actually be working in other people's words, but I think there's some people who believe that there's a twin, so someone who would be someone very similar to you. I think that's what a twin flame is. A soulmate, some people think that we have one soulmate, and I think that there are, I think that we can have any number of, I think there are choices. Like I bet there are probably anywhere from 50 to 500 men that would be divine complement for me on the planet right now. There's probably not lots of them, but there's some of them. I don't think that I have one that I have to go search for. And I think that the soulmate, when you think of soulmate as one, or you think of divine twin flame as one, I think that you get very kind of limited in, you have to find that one, and it becomes a lifelong search. And so I think that sometimes people do find each other, and they are on some level that to each other. But on some other level, I think life is a magical adventure, and we're here to expand and grow. And if you were a twin flame, would you grow into the relationship, or would the relationship exist? I started thinking about that, thinking, oh, so there's this idealized, perfect partnership, and there probably are some. I think there's something about twin. I know I was a twin. My twin died in utero, so I didn't get to experience the twin experience. But there's something about being a twin and having that deeper understanding, that love and support, the kind of the awareness of each other's needs, wants, and desires without speaking. There's some kind of magic that happens with twins. So maybe that's part of what's thought of with the twin flame. So I think it's all valid, but it's not our conversations. So I think that's what we're looking at, is the stages of love, and clearing, opening you to being aware and being in the love frequency vibe that's going to bring the right partner to you if you're not already partnered. And if you are already partnered, clearing you to be a better partner. I think this is part of what this also does, clears you to be a better partner. Okay, alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, so I think we're kind of caught up there. Yep. With same-sex relationships, are they still impacted by the parents' set points? Yes, they are. I guess any set point is a limitation itself, so it's wise to clear them anyhow. It definitely is. And same-sex, yeah, absolutely is influenced by parents' set points. Although I think one of the nice things about same-sex is that you're kind of breaking some of the rules, and so sometimes you're able to break other rules. Hi. Hi. Are you a happy girl? You're just a wiggle girl, aren't you? Yes, you are. So the thing is, oh, you're going to kiss me? Oh, thank you. Oh, I like that. That was very nice. We're talking about loving and giving mommy a kiss. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have my work cut out for me this week on creating some charts for all of you who have said yes. It looks like 75% of you are saying, yahoo, for more charts and more clearing. I want to go through some homework I have for you this week that isn't related to clearing, but is related to some outer action. And I'd like to get you started on each week. We're going to have some outer action. Next week, we will do the deeper clearing on stages 1 and 2, as well as we'll move into stage 3. We've got 4 weeks, so I'm not worried that we didn't go into the clearing chart that I had meant for today. We'll get it done. Okay, so gift giver. So select a gift that's about another, something that they're interested in. And I give this a homework because Valentine's Day is coming up. Okay, sweetie, switch you down for a minute so I can give the homework. Okay? Can you swing for just a minute for mommy? You just riding the swing for a minute? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mommy's going to give the homework. Yes, big girl. Okay. So I selected this because Valentine's Day is coming up, and I assume that many of you will have the... Okay, she wants to be in the circle. Anyway. So pick a present that's a gift that's about the other, something that they are interested in, something that you've seen or heard them talk about, and something that validates who they are or the life that they're working to create. And then present a card attached with the gift, a thoughtful sentence or two about why the person is so precious to you, why you love or care about them, and why you respect them. Wrappings, a simple gift bag or a finely wrapped gift box, whatever is your style. Remember how much you relay that you care about the other can show up in a loving way. Your gift is embraced or held in the gift wrap. If the occasion merits a gift, let it merit lovely presentation also. Present the gift at a relaxed time, not at the door where the receiver might be dealing with codes and welcomes. Wait till the receiver is sitting or at least somewhat at ease to present the gift. Have a smile of mischief on your eyes and say, I've a gift for you. Go ahead and open it. Stay with them with your eyes and enjoy the delight of giving. So this is the gift giving homework. And then if you're receiving a gift this week, because it's Valentine's is coming up, when receiving a gift, reach out and take the gift and say, oh, goody, thanks so much. And you can put it against your heart if you want to, just like, oh, I'm excited. I love the packaging. The packaging is a present in itself. You can either immediately open it, or if the present, as you've opened the door, say, I'm so excited to see what you've got for me. So if they've given it to you right when they're walking in the door, let's go into the living room or whatever. I'm going to open this. And then look at the wrapping. If it's a special presentation, you can say, wow, the packaging itself is a gift to my eyes. Take the gift out of the packaging, gaze at it, imagine why they got this gift for you. Is it something they love themselves or something they thought you might enjoy? Comment, oh, I love this, and I can see you were thinking about me and my love of painting or whatever. Or I'm going to really enjoy this paintbrush, or I'm going to put this to good use. Offer a hug and let them know how much you appreciate and the love, the light, the joy that they bring into your life. So that's the homework for this week. That's an outer action homework. And I think so many times we really don't have the information or the directions on how to give a gift or how to receive a gift. So I want you to have a week of, you can practice this. You can select something that's really wonderful for someone you care. Are you having fun? She's laughing. This is not a bad thing. She's happy. So I want you to practice on both giving and hopefully you might receive something too, so you can practice on receiving. And have an amazing week. We've got a lot of wonderful classes coming up. I hope all of you are in the Karma Clearing, the brand new Karma Clearing class. It is remarkable. Okay, sweetie. Okay. 7 Stages of Love, End to Allergies, Technology Tune-Up, Designing DNA, Intuition and Inner Vision. Erasing Female Infections is coming up soon, as well as I Am Loved and Prostate Reducer. New Beginnings is the free class coming up in March, the community call. Hey, sweetie. Look at that. Wow. That was a big noise. And Year of Miracles is relationships. Okay. We are about to go into some kind of big fun thing. Okay, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you. Okay, she's being a little wild. I love you. I will look at the chat box. I don't know if I'll be able to look at it right this minute because she wants some attention. I love you guys. We both love you. We'll end the class with a blessing. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamisoma Jyotirgamaya Murchormaham Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May the entire world and your life be filled with love and peace. We love you. We love you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this class. We'll get you some of those big charts, get them together, and we'll see you really soon. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you smile? Okay. Bugaboo. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.